In today's video, what we're gonna go ahead and do is assemble this truck in one day. I don't think we're gonna finish everything, but the goal is to get this thing fired up. It's absolutely mint. So let me show you what we have. It's gonna be a pretty satisfying video. I think you may wanna watch till the very end. So without further ado, let's get started. It's a 2005, right, Mark?
4.5.
Okay, so we got the LLY dually. Last time I came up here, I saw these rockers and cab corners, and they were smoked. They were destroyed. And Mark has been, you know, just plugging away.
This is kind of a unique truck. It's I bought it at the auto auction. We also obviously have a dealer's license. Bought it at the auto auction. Kind of caught my eye because it's a short bed. This is somebody put an Aerocraft conversion on this truck. This truck is two-wheel drive. We're converting this truck to four-wheel. I'm sure you're going to want to probably shoot some videos on this and show your viewers how we're going to do it. It's going to get a lift kit. It ain't having the highway tires on it anymore. We got a built transfer already, transfer case. This has got the original single tire 3/4 ton rear end in it. That's coming out. And on the stand over here, we got to get to it here one of these days. We've got the true wide 11.5 AAM dually rear that's going to get all blasted, built. I'll do the track right in it like you guys seen in some of the other videos. We'll put that underneath it. Obviously our differential, we're going to convert our Allison from two-wheel to four-wheel. Might be another cool video for some of you guys to see. We'll see where we go with this. But when this truck is done, it won't look a thing like it is now. It's going to be a nice driver, but a very respectable looking truck.
All right, guys, so a few months going by now, and as you can see, we have a Allison transmission and a Duramax engine sitting right here. So what's going on?
So this is the build we're doing. I'm doing here at the shop and some at my house. This truck is an 04.5 LLY. It was a two-wheel drive. It's a full four-door short bed that somebody converted to a dually.
And then we have the frame sitting outside.
We got the frame out back, yep, and we'll document a video on that if some of you guys ever thought about doing a two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive conversion and using OE pieces, not doing like a Dana 60 Ford high pinion front in it or something. We'll show you the conversion on that. We got a donor truck. We got all the pieces off of we need. We'll document that so you can see how it's done. We've done a couple, 2, 3 of them already here in the shop.
This is a Wisconsin truck, huh?
No, believe it or not, this truck originated when I looked at the title. I bought it at the auto auction. When I looked at the title, the history on it, the truck came out of Ohio. Rust Belt mechanic area, Kyle's land.
There's still wax on this thing.
And yeah, I was amazed when we got the body off this thing, how there's still undercoat on the frame on this thing.
There's going to be minimal pitting once it's blasted.
Right, yeah, we're going to get the...
well, except for that cross member, but that always gets eaten up over there.
Yeah, but that one's not through. The other one, when we did the Victory Max truck where we had to repair that all, that was through. This thing is still solid yet. And this actually had one of those big Titan tanks on, like 50-some gallon tanks, which... This truck's never going to go cross country, and if it does, it's going to be on a gooseneck behind a dually itself as a show truck. And that's kind of what I'm shooting for on this. You know, some of you guys probably knew my background as a monster truck guy back in the day, and I don't think that stuff ever gets out of your blood. You're constantly building stuff and having fun.
Oh yeah.
So this is just kind of a fun project. This is the stuff I like to do actually in my spare time. This chassis was at my house. The whole truck was for quite a period of time, and I'd go down at night in the evening time and just tinker on it. And now we're to the point where we're going to get pretty aggressive on this and get this thing done.
I tell you what, that's the nicest looking rear end I've seen in a while. All right, guys, so we have the frame and we also have the transmission in the back of the truck and the transfer case. And we're gonna go ahead and head to the shop right now and get this thing assembled.
tilt forward. Stop. Jesse, grab me a bolt.
All right, we're done. Go ahead and start it.
Yep, that's it.
Done. You know, I don't understand how anyone can paint anything red. What is wrong with people? I don't get it.
Yeah, I did get the bottom one right. There's something wrong with those people. Okay, as long as the gun's here, there's two for the mount once we get over.
We were able to slam everything together, the body harness, the engine harness, the engine, the transmission, transfer case, so on and so forth. So I think we're ready to go. We have this minty crew cab sitting behind us. This thing is beautiful. Would you see this? This is the same cab, guys. But we had to do a few modifications because it's two-wheel drive. So as you can tell, we just slammed a four-wheel drive case on it. We had to do some stuff to the cab in order to get the floor shifter to get in through there, because this is actually a manual transfer case. But guys, check it out. This is the after. Okay, so you saw in the beginning what it looked like. Now after, as you can see, we have an LOI engine. This is the same engine that was in this truck. It's been studded, but also for some of you guys, 01 to 10 guys, I think this would be interesting. Basically a 2011 to 2016 driver's side manifold. We call this an LML manifold. It eliminates that driver's side pinch that you're having there. And to be honest with you guys, it decreases your EGTs like you wouldn't believe. I've seen it multiple times. It's definitely a great upgrade. And it's just a simple bolt-on part. But it looks absolutely beautiful. We're sitting on, Mark, a 64 millimeter RDS?
64 RDS, yep. Studded. We didn't go crazy on this. You know, I'm not looking for big horsepower. I'm looking for more reliability than anything. We did new up pipes on it because up pipes were a little crusty looking and whatnot. And the manifolds, bolts broke off in the manifolds. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise how everything came together on that. But built transfer case.
I think we should hit on a video on the other YouTube channel, just an explanation video for some of you guys that want to learn how to convert your two-wheel drive Allison to a four-wheel drive.
Yeah, this was a two-wheel drive. It was a four-door short bed, and it's a dually. It was an Aerocraft conversion that was put on this. I took their adapters off and put the factory adapters on the front that would be on a factory dually, and then the rear end is a true dually rear, 11.5 AAM. Both differentials, everything on this truck's been gone through. Everything's fresh. Obviously, you guys can see the frame was sent out. It was blasted. It was shot in the Emron. Shiny Emron. The frame on this truck was really clean. It wasn't all pitted and nasty or anything like that. So it's just kind of a restoration. You know, it's not some big killer show truck.
We're downplaying it, Mark. We're downplaying it. Look at this.
Well, it's
This
just going
is
to be a nice,
beautiful.
clean driver. This isn't the tires and wheels that are going to be on it when it's done. You'll see it done.
Yeah.
We just added some cool little details to this thing and
Like,
and
look at
whatnot.
this. Woo. I mean, just the little stuff, man. It's just, I don't know. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
So-
it'll be a really slick truck when it's done. I'm pretty excited about this project.
So
You
you
guys will
already went
see.
through the rear end.
Yep, rear end's all gone through.
You did a clutch deal in the back, huh? It's not a...
Yeah, I had a customer that came in with a plow truck, and it actually was used for salting. And another shop had put a Duragrip in it from Randy's Ring and Pinion. Clutch style posi. Not probably, in my opinion, the right call for a salt truck because you make way too many tight turns with a lot of weight on the rear end. So they failed the clutches in it way too soon. I don't know who serviced it, who did what. So I talked them into doing the track right. They were happier than as could be with that setup because, again, it'll act like an open. It's going to only lock up when you need it or the tires are slipping. What I'm doing with this truck is not going to get a lot of miles put on it. The truck also had a Titan tank on it, one of them great big fuel tanks. Again, I didn't need it on here. It was an early tank and it was starting to get rusty. It was one of their steel ones. I think they went to plastic now or they got them coated somehow or another. So I took that off and I just got an OE tank and cleaned it up a little bit. Ryan ran all the fuel lines and everything. We make them up here in-house, so we basically eliminated fuel cooler. Obviously, we got our AirDog 165. It's the only thing we'd run here is AirDog. And yeah, so it's got a 6-inch zone lift. Ryan had ordered that for a truck he had, and Never ended up getting it on, and so we decided to put it on here, and probably in due time I'll eliminate the blocks in the back and get lift springs. But again, right now this is going to be one of them deals where I just want to get the thing put together, drive it, and we'll tweak on it as we go.
So with that being said, guys, as promised, we're going to go ahead and try to get this thing started. Make sure you guys continue to watch till the end. We're going to go ahead and set this cab down. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Unfortunately, we don't have the super swampers on it yet.
Not yet.
We didn't talk about that. He's planning on putting super swampers on it. Again, 6-inch lift kit on the dually. It's going to be a very spectacular build. So while I'm here, I figured I'd take advantage to document this and show you guys what we're up to. So let's go ahead and get back to work.
I mean, we're gonna have to go way forward and then kick it back.
Or floor jack.
Or floor jack under the rear.
That's good. More than good.
Oh yeah.
I think if we kick it, we're going to lose this side.
Alright, floor jack is done.
Yeah, we got to go a good foot backwards.
Yeah, about a foot. About right. Ben's going to have to go over probably a ½ inch, but I think we can still work it in.
Yeah, once it hits this moment, it'll slip in.
I think what I'm going to do is just time-lapse this and make this a quick thing for some of you viewers out there, so I'm not boring you guys to death on fenders and cord support and all that. Lord willing, let's see if we can get this thing fired up today. It'll be good.
I'll get you an extension. I don't have one.
Oh, that wasn't.
No, it's row 3. It's extension. Right up there, Ryan. Maybe like a 6-inch. There should be something out on that rolling cart. Otherwise.
And Ryan just on his cell phone doing nothing.
Yep, doing nothing is typical.
I didn't even know you were filming. So I got to get the window and the plug.
It looks really good under here, guys. Check this out. So the PPE engine oil pan right there, and then we have the Zone 6-inch lift kit, as well as this beautiful transfer case, all built in-house, with the exception, of course, the lift kit, but you know what I mean. But it's pretty cool. And then we have the 4-inch MBRP exhaust system, and it's going all the way to the MBRP 3-inch downpipe. AirDog 165 GPH, looking really good. This paint job shines like glass, look at that. And then also the undercarriage of this cab is bed lined. So it's pretty set up. And as you guys can tell, we have the fenders, as well as the core support. We just filled up the coolant, topping it off with some transmission fluid. But yeah, guys, overall, she's coming together. We're gonna see if we can fire up this old gal, hopefully. And hopefully everything turns out. Hopefully nothing blows up. But I guess we'll all find out together. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that in front of... Mechanics don't like that when you talk like that. So.
Okay. It's late in the day. We can say anything.
All right, let's go ahead and see what happens.
You okay?
Red dye, eh? I'm just kidding.
Yep, 100% illegal.
So this is our last bit here. We're ready to go. You guys excited?
Yeah, I am. This has been fun. It's always fun when you put them together at the end and you get everything running, and your sense of satisfaction doing everything.
Good. Ready?
Yep.
Rev limiter full send?
Yeah, full send. Let's go. Oh, that Ryan Ryan's diesel service turbo, man.
Sounds like that guy knows what he's doing or something.
She's starting to whistle. All right, guys. So what we're doing right now is we just got it running. We're gonna go ahead and back it up over this pump right here and right on the dyno. No? Okay. Maybe that's too soon. I don't know.
That brakes on the dyno, we'll stop it.
Yeah, we'll stop it. Sounds good. What do we got leaking?
Fitting, cool. Train's sitting up here. Oh, yeah.
Transcooler line leaking?
Yeah, not the end of the world.
Figures, I'm telling you.
One of those 1 inch.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Hey, if that's the biggest issue we have, I'll consider it a win.
This is this same
O-rings
thing
seem
happened. We did it with the Wife Max. It leaked right there. Still leaking?
Jesse.
I can't keep that in my video.
Dang it, Jesse. Is that the politically correct
Yeah,
version of me
yeah,
saying that?
yeah.
Okay. Well, that looks like a good Monday project.
It runs.
It runs though.
Well, luckily it's the upper
Yeah.
versus the lower. So, can you show that, Ryan, on your vantage point, what we're talking about?
Well-
No one probably has no clue what we're saying.
Right here, you guys can see there's a little bit of fluid seeping out of here. There's some O-rings that basically you're supposed to put in the back side of here. Every once in a while, we've had a couple of these where you got to put like 2 or 3 O-rings on. So yeah, not the total end of the world.
But at least it wasn't the lower one.
Yeah, exactly. It would suck if it were further down in there. That would be not fun to do.
So, success.
Success, it runs. I'm pretty psyched up.
I'm glad it worked out. This is kind of a big deal because usually when we put stuff together, we always have a problem, and I have to close the video out. But no, I mean a problem like we need a part. It's a Saturday or a Sunday, you know, we just can't finish it. But
You know, so I think
together good.
when you get enough stuff apart, you're bound to have a little leak somewhere or another. You just deal with it. That's part of doing this stuff. You know, nobody's 100% perfect by any means, you know. So I know what this truck looks like in my head done already, which is really gonna push me hard now to get it finished here in the next couple weeks.
I think the build takes it over the top because it's a dually.
It is. It's going to be slick. Wait till the tires and wheels are on and everything else.
What size
and the
tires were they
bumpers.
again? 37s?
They're going to be Q78 16 Super Swampers, which is about a 36-inch tall tire, 10-inch wide on a 16-inch wheel, and I got some built Alcoa wheels already getting polished, and we're going to have them on, and yeah, it'll be slick. We got the bumper, grill, both bumpers, the grill, everything ready to go.
So basically what you're saying is it's going to be sitting on 36 on some 16s.
Yep, old school.
On some Super Swampers, guys. So we're not doing no stupid 26s on, you know,
No, for now we're going to do
26 by 14 and a half, you know.
Right.
This is like old school. This truck's going to be over the top.
old school cool.
So next time I come out here, it should be done, huh?
Yep,
Awesome.
and it'll have a cowl hood.
Ooh. This is going to be a sweet build, guys. Well, guys, that is it for this video today. I hope you stay tuned. Again, Mark, thanks for letting me document this right here. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
And again, hopefully by the time I come back here in the next few months, this truck will be wrapped up. We'll go ahead and get a video of it. And then, of course, make sure you guys subscribe if you're not already. You guys have to subscribe because we have some really cool stuff going on the channel. And also hit the notification bell. But that's all the time that we have for today. We'll see you on the next one.
Stay tuned.
All right, let's go.
All right, guys, we talked about this. This was a two-wheel drive. So because I did the lift kit, I didn't have to worry about welding any brackets in on the driver's side frame rail to mount the differential, because when you do the lift kit, those brackets all drop and you use the brackets that are on the cross members for the lift kit and everything else. But What you do need to put in is this piece down in here, which is, I just call it like a dog bone. It just goes forward to back. Now this is welded in from the factory, but there's no bushing in this hole. And then on the front side, what we did is we actually located it. We hole sawed the frame and we put the bushing through there and welded it both inside and out. It's obviously a lot easier to do when it's a bare chassis, but once you get that mounted, you're good to go. You'll have the mount on this side now for your differential to get that up in there. And you guys can see the lift. It's got the extension, the drop down, but you would have this directly up underneath there, no problem. It would bolt right in. And then we just put the CV shafts in and put four-wheel drive hubs on the front. As far as the cross member goes, again, I lucked out because I did a lift kit, but otherwise you get the factory four-wheel drive cross member. And a lot of times what guys do, what we've done in the past, because Ryan's actually 03 Duramax was two-wheel drive, we converted it with all OE pieces. We just got a cut-off stub from a junkyard. And it can be from any 2500 HD. It doesn't need to be from a Duramax. And then that gives you all the pieces and parts you need to do the conversion on it. And then just got a drive shaft from a Duramax for the front, and took our two-wheel drive trans, converted it over, put a four-wheel drive output shaft and tail on it. That accepted our transfer case. And then you can see our drive shaft in there, which is from a Duramax. You see the aluminum spacer in there. That's because of the lift kit and everything else. So it's not that bad of a job to do. We've done a couple of them. We do not do them here in the shop. They are time consuming. We don't have the time to do them, but it's not that bad of a project to do. And if you do one and you're gonna go stock height, once you get this bracket in, you can take a dummy differential, put it up in there, and then all you have to worry about is welding in the other two brackets, which one's gonna be up behind the steering box down in here. And again, if you got a bunch of that stuff pulled out of the way, you can slide right up there with a MIG welder. You got the differential there, you weld that bracket in, and then there's gonna be one more on the back downside here where you see your mount, but that's on our lift kit right now. But there's another mount that comes off the frame that you just weld in. It's really a pretty simplistic job. It's not that involved. It's more time consuming than anything. I think we've done one in the shop, and with the exception of the transmission stuff and everything, as far as getting the front all set up, it takes maybe 4 or 5 hours to do. So
do you do anything with the valve body, or do you switch out any harnesses, or do you do anything internal with the trans to make it a four-wheel drive? Other than just the tail shaft?
Just the tail shaft and the tail housing. The other thing, though, is you do have to go back and retune your TCM, because it's going to freak out when you stick the transfer case in low range, because your TCM that's in the truck from the two-wheel drive is not going to recognize low range, so it may throw a range shift inhibited. But if you retune and reflash the TCM, you'll be fine.
So what do we do when you have to install the speed sensor harness? Where do you find that?
Again, you could get it off a donor truck, a four-wheel drive donor truck. In this case, we have the wiring diagrams. I just get the pigtail ends and I make up our own harness, just like I did on the Wife Max for you guys.
So basically, in a nutshell, it's tail shaft on the two-wheel drive Allison, then it's a transfer case.
Yep.
It's the harness.
Yep.
TCM retune or reprogram.
Correct.
And then we're talking about a front differential, obviously, with CV shafts.
Yep.
And
change your hub and wheel bearings out on the end.
And change the hub and wheel bearings on the ends.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
There's really not much to it, guys. So if you are building this truck and you're already down this far and you want to go ahead and convert a two-wheel drive to a four-wheel drive, I said that's it. That's not easy. Obviously, it's not easy if you've never done it before. But as far as explaining it, guys, I think that's the best way to explain it while we have the cab up in the air. So this is going to be pretty cool. I appreciate your explanation on that. That's really cool.
Bet. Yeah, and as far as the cab goes, the only other thing we got to do, and you can probably see it on ours, is we've got, from the factory, they got that thing imprinted on the bottom of the cab. Again, it makes it easy because we've got it in the air, but we just got up in there, smoked it. He took a sheet metal bit on an air chisel, and we just cut that open and then fine-tuned the corners with an air saw. We're doing a floor shift transfer case because actually, if you could see the inside of this truck, it is wide open on the floor. So it's going to just be a simplistic, clean deal when it's all said and done.
Very cool.